Onorato.
And I'm Leire Zabala, reporting from Miami Country Day.
Welcome to Spartan TV. Recently, students of Miami Country Day were treated to the first dramatic stage production in the new CFA Theater. Here's Alinka Ordoway to take us inside and behind the scenes of November's production, Almost Maine.
Hi, I'm Alinka, reporting for SpartanTV from the CFA. The CFA is the newest addition to the Miami Country Day School campus. It will be home to many theater productions and dance shows. Almost Maine had its debut on November 1st. What was it like doing a play in the CFA? How did this compare to plays produced in Garner? What was it like working behind the scenes? All your questions and more will be answered after this segment.
Wow!
Okay, so my role in Almost Maine was the role of Marcy. I think that the only drastic change was the size of the theater and how much room we had backstage to work with the sets and the props and everything. So plus we have dressing rooms right outside of like the backstage area. So it was really easy to adjust to because it was more luxurious, if anything.
I had 3 roles. One of my roles, his name was Lendl. Another one, I was Danny Harding. And in another one, I was East. It's just such a professional place. I feel like we're so blessed to be able to work in such a beautiful Center for the Arts because it gives us an experience that we have never gotten before, that I'm sure a lot of kids don't even get to experience. And it's just such a beautiful space.
I think in Garner, maybe one would feel more rushed, more more limited with their space. I've been backstage when plays have happened in Garner, and it's just not the same as working in the CFA. In Garner, everything is more packed. There's book bags lying on the floor because there's other classes going on. While in the CFA, it was more amplified.
Absolutely. I really wanted to make sure that the very first production gave me an opportunity to work with each one of the upper school students, and I believe that it did. All the rehearsals were pretty much one-on-one, and that was very important to me to get to know the students at Miami Country Day School. And I think the show is something that you left feeling really happy and lighthearted, and I really wanted to make sure that our very first production in the CFA had that feeling that when you walked out of the theater, you would be feeling optimistic about life.
The CFA has helped our future actors get more experience working in a professional theater, from backstage to center stage. I'm Alinka Ordoway reporting for Spartan TV News.
Thank you, Alinka. They say they made it snow in the theater.
And lots of other effects too. All their effort paid off. Can't wait to see more production.
Now, speaking of the CFA, let's talk about the changing traffic patterns around that building every morning.
It's no secret MCDS's traffic patterns are constantly changing. But has this year's traffic been affecting students' punctuality? Here's Sean Fuller with the story.
Hi, my name is Sean Fuller reporting for Spartan TV. Traffic patterns for drop-off and pickup have changed every year. This year, students have felt it has affected their ability to be on time than ever before.
The line is long, and I'm usually at the back of the line because it takes me a while. It takes me 20 minutes. I don't know, that line's just always clogged.
Well, last year when I went to school, it took about 10 minutes to get to school. Now it takes about 2 hours. I've definitely been late more this year due to the new traffic pattern, especially that mean cop that always makes me turn my turn signal on before I come in.
There's a class that meets in my room, and the teacher for that class often emails me that she is late because she's stuck in traffic and not able to get out of the car in time to make it to the class on time. There's a lot of congestion, and I know that several seniors will email me in the morning that they're actually on campus but stuck in traffic.
I think it has made a difference because I think when they know that they have to wait in line a little bit, that they come a little bit earlier. So it speeds up the process in that way.
While I can't remember it exactly, and I don't know the difference exactly between both years, it did seem that last year's traffic pattern was a little more efficient.
Well, I feel like it's necessary in the best interest of safety of everyone. Takes a little bit of time, but we do the best we can with what we have.
We asked Officer Harold on how the traffic flow is being controlled.
We help in a number of different ways. One of the ways that we help out is right here at 107 and Northeast 6th Avenue. There's a control panel that's there. We open that up and we can control the flow of traffic with the light. So you'll have somebody right there on 6th Avenue, and then you'll have another officer that's inside the garage that's getting people in as well. Usually when the traffic backs up on 109th Street all the way to where the bridge is, people like to get out of the line and try to come all the way up and just force their way in, which is not nice. It's not a good thing to do. But it does happen, and sometimes when that happens, if I'm working on the roadway, I won't let them in.
I think we do the best that we can. Sometimes we have some people who are uncooperative, but in the most part, we try to keep it upbeat, keep it friendly, and keep everybody moving. A slow flow, as we like to call it.
And there you have it. A slow flow is the way to go at MCDS school. Many people may not be happy about the changes, but change is inevitable with the lines. I'm Sean Fuller reporting for Spartan TV. And there's the story.
He's right, it is a slow flow. I get up extra early now so I won't be late. So Mapi, what else is happening on campus?
Our freshman class.
What about it?
Well, it seems like we might be having more problems than usual. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Zabala Chapman reporting for Spartan TV from the upper school building. This year's freshmen seem to be having an especially hard time adjusting to upper school. Could last year's unusual 8th grade experience be a factor, or just the generation of freshmen having a hard time?
This year's freshman class is taking a little bit longer to adjust to the workload of the high school, I think, than previous classes have. They're not doing badly, but they're just taking a little bit longer to sort of get up to a good, efficient, effective work habits. I wouldn't call it a problem. They did have a little bit of a disruption in their English teaching with their, Miss Lewis leaving partway through the year. But no, I think that every class is going to have an adjustment period. Every class is going to have some minor struggles as you move into a new division in the school. And it varies from year to year as to how long it takes to adjust and sort of get your own work up to speed.
Let's go to Gabby Abramowitz, the 2021 class president, for some answers.
We're a very talkative class. We have trouble being quiet, so I guess that's definitely a challenge to overcome. I think sometimes we're not the most respectful.
In 8th grade, there's that expectation that you're the top of middle school, and then you come to high school and you're back at the bottom of the rung. So that could also be a little bit of a culture shock, because now as 9th graders, you're not the top guy. You are learning the ropes in regards to what's expected in high school. And I think that could be challenging in the beginning, but I kind of see that more through the year. Groups come together better. I think one of the challenges here has to do with this class. It's a little separated. They are, in some ways, they wanted to stay with their groups. They wanted to stay with their cliques. And I think we had some challenges in them with that idea of courage over comfort, stepping out of their comfort zone. A lot of the times when you ask students to be responsible for themselves, sometimes the behavior can be a little immature.
Ms. Dorn feels that with much hard work, the freshmen are right where they're supposed to be, even with unfortunate circumstances involving last year's English class.
I think we have a lot of potential in this class. There's a lot of different leaders, there's a lot of different groups, and I think they need to find their identity, and once they do that, this class is going to be a lot different than other classes that we had.
I think we definitely have a lot of potential if we keep going the way we're going and all participating and all working together in order to make us a good class.
So everyone seems to agree that the freshmen have some talking issues, but one thing is for sure, that we are adjusting.
Thanks, Bella. So I guess we're getting on track as a class.
Well, we've got 3 years to get it right.
Okay, well that's our show today. Thank you for watching Spartan TV News.
Bye!